Welcome to Firearms of America. Today I'm back here at Shooters in Fort Myers, Florida, about to do the review of another Canik. And this time it is the all-new Canik Mete SFx. Yes, and if you have been subscribed to this channel, you know that I have already done the review of Canik TP9SFx, which was the previous model. So let's see if Canik done any improvements on this particular one. Let's put some 5 rounds through it. Now, this particular firearm is chambered in 9mm, 5-inch barrel, well, 5.2-inch barrel to be specific. I have with me right now their 18 capacity magazine, but you're also getting it, I think 20 capacity. 20, I'm pretty sure it's 20 capacity magazine. You're also getting the holster, you're also getting the MOS, you're getting a whole bunch of stuff whenever you're buying Canik handgun. That's one of the good things about Canik brand, that you're getting a lot of stuff. As you can see, the magazine is nicely numbered. Got 5 rounds in there. It's tapered up on top for an easy insertion. All right, and there's the bottom. They kind of implemented the magwell for quick and easy insertion. So let's do some shooting and see what we can do with this gun. I'm gonna try to hit the, let's see, that white circle at the very middle right here. Okay, one hand operation. I like it. All right, not too shabby. Not a bad group. As just like the TP9, as it was pretty accurate, this is pretty accurate as well. As you can tell, one hand operation for the most part, if you have a round in there. Let's start from the very beginning. We got our grip. We have some aggression, more aggressive pattern going on the back, but on the sides and on the front, you have more of a closer to the stippling, but it's not as aggressive as stippling. It's still pretty good, still bites into your hand nicely, but I kind of wish that there was a little bit more aggression here at the front. Maybe the same pattern as here on the back, just for a better aggression, but still not bad. Overall, ergonomics wise, pretty good. We have our mag release, which is this little square button over here. Works very well, very easy to operate. It's not ambidextrous, as you can see, but as it looks like, I think it might be reversible. It should be reversible. All right. So moving on to the slide release. It's a nice extended slide release. So even if you have short fingers like I do, very easy to catch onto it. Pretty good. Plus it is ambidextrous. So yes, this gun actually might be lefty friendly. After all, we have some aggression at the very front of the trigger guard for people who like this sort of grip, which on the full-size grip I wouldn't even bother with, but just in case if you prefer that, right there. Speaking of the aggression, I want to point out a little cool detail that I like, I personally appreciate, is this little thing right here. As you can see, some stippling over here for, yes, for your left-hand thumb, for a better grip. I like that a lot. Great stuff. Obviously your Picatinny 1913 accessory rail at the very bottom if you want a laser or a flashlight. Let's do some 5 more rounds and then we will talk about the trigger, we will talk about the sights, and we will see if maybe we can come up with a more or less reasonable conclusion for this gun. Overall, Caniks, they have been pretty good. One thing that I wanted to mention about the Canik, and it's kind of against the Canik, it's one of the cons that I noticed with Canik, is that they are more picky on the type of ammo that you are using. If the ammo is not, it does not have enough kick, if it does not have enough punch, if it does not have enough grain in it, it's not gonna cycle properly. And I've seen it with a lot of Caniks. I use 124 grain ammo, and it's not the reloads, and haven't given me problems with most of the guns that I review on this channel. But unfortunately with Caniks, like you've seen in my TP9 compact, subcompact, it was giving me some trouble, and the same thing happens with this particular Canik as well. And we got a jam. right. And we got another jam. And we got a pretty bad jam now. Destructive jam. All right. Let's try it again. And another jam. Okay, so I'm not sure what's going on with these new Caniks, but they're not doing so great. Let me put some 5 more rounds through it and see if this thing repeats, because this seems to be the second Canik that I'm having problems with. The first one was the short barrel. This one is 5-inch barrel, so I wouldn't expect any problems from this guy. The spring is not too tight, so it should be fine. It does not eject all the way out, and now we have a pretty bad jam over here. Wow. This is pretty bad. Let's see. And as you can see, another jam. So it does not eject properly. With 2 rounds. And now we have a different kind of jam. Now it's not feeding properly. Wow. What the hell is going on with Canik? So if you are buying this gun, just make sure that you find the right ammo for this gun. You test it out on the range, because if you're planning to use it as a concealed carry or self-defense weapon, you want to make sure that it's gonna fire properly whenever you need it and not jam. All right, so let's put some 5 more rounds through it. Try to do a better job on that white circle. Let's see. Not too shabby. Not one hand operation as the other one, because this is more of a slide stop rather than the slide release per se, which technically should be the same thing, but with the slide stop, the main purpose of the slide stop obviously is just to stop the lock back, the slide on the last round. With the slide release, that's more of a slide release. So with the slide stop, when you do use it as a slide release, you can, but apparently it kind of files things on the inside, and you shouldn't do it. Technically, you should pull it backwards and then let the slide go forward. But let's mention a few features, safety features here. You have some pretty cool features here. You have your loaded chamber indicator and also the cocked striker indicator. All right, I'm gonna demonstrate it. So right now, there is nothing. We got nothing in the magazine. There is nothing in the chamber. And as you can see, I cocked the gun, so there is this red little thing appearing here. So if I press the trigger, it will disappear. So that indicates that the gun is cocked, but not loaded. All right, but you do have the loaded chamber indicator. And I'm gonna use the cheap ammo that I have here and see if it's gonna get jammed this time. Okay, so now I have 1 round in the chamber, and as you can see, you have this little indicator up top showing you that there is a round indeed in the chamber. Let's fire it. And this is exactly what I was talking about. So make sure that you find the right ammo for your gun. Obviously not this. Unfortunately, not this particular one, but let's talk about the sights. The sights are actually pretty good. One of the improvements they've done is to the sights. As you can see, the sights are slightly angled for one-hand operation. If you have one arm wounded and you cannot use it to rack it, you can use these sights to rack your gun on something that you can find around you, like for example this little desk right here that I have. But here's the thing, Canik, what you did not think about. If your one hand is wounded and you need to release, your slide with one finger, you can't do it because it's not a slide release, it's a slide stop. Okay, so obviously if you have a round in the magazine, it's not going to be a problem, but still a little bit kind of overlooked feature that really could have been better, but makes no sense. The sights themselves are pretty good. I like them. Very easy to acquire the target. Your regular 3-dot, 3-post sights. Very easy. And obviously you have your MOS. If you want to put a red dot on your gun, you can definitely do that. All right. Let's talk about the trigger, because I think this is the best feature in this gun, the trigger. So we have our kind of like a safe action on the Glock system. Basically, if you drop the gun, it's not gonna fire because this little pre-trigger needs to be depressed, because as you can see, nothing's happening. So once you press that, you have about probably like 4 millimeters of very safe travel, very familiar, you can't confuse it. And then you have a stage 2 with this, another 3.5, 4 millimeters again. It's really hard to confuse this with anything else. So you got 1, you got 2. Very easy to get used to. Stage 1, stage 2, and then crisp break. Excellent trigger. Excellent, excellent, excellent trigger. Check this out. 1, 2, 3. Very easy to get used to. Very easy to be accurate with. So trigger is fantastic. So overall, I do like this gun. Would I go with the TP9SFx or Mete SFx? I personally would go with the TP9SFx because that's the ammo, the cheap ammo that I have, that I've been using, and it's really not that cheap, honestly. It's pretty good ammo. Never had any problems with any of the guns except the Caniks this past couple weeks. It have not given me any problems with the previous Canik model, so it's definitely something with the new Canik models. They became more sensitive to the grain in the ammo, to the kick. They need more kick in the ammo in order to operate properly. So keep that in mind. Overall, great features, great gun. Just wouldn't be something I would choose, because for me, if you take it out of the box, you put the ammo in it, whatever kind of ammo. It can be dirt cheap, garbage, freaking steel, whatever casing, trash Walmart ammo that you bought for $10 a box of 50, and it still fires. Like for example, a Glock. All right. So great stuff, great features for a handgun for the price, but unfortunately too picky on the ammo. So thank you very much guys for watching. Let me know in the comments below, what do you think about this Mete SFx gun? If you have any requests for reviews, drop them in the comments below and I will be happy to address them if I come across that stuff. Thank you guys for watching. This is Firearms of America. I'll see you guys in the next video. Alright, I am back. Got this thing lubricated, and I actually have some extra variety of ammo. Just to make sure that it is not the ammo, but I know it's not the ammo because I shot this ammo on literally every single review that I did on this channel. So there's not a lot of guns that have problems like this. Okay, 5 more rounds, see if we were able to fix the problem. And bad, very bad in his feet. Let's try a different ammo. We have just a bunch of random ammo here. Box of literally random ammo. Let's see, what is this? Spear, something else. GFL, whatever that is. Steel cartridge. All this random 9mm round. Okay. And no problems at all. And let's try with this ammo again. and the gem. Wow. So there's gotta be ammo then. Doesn't like my ammo. Well, looks like this Canik does not like my particular ammo. I'm not sure why. But seems like it's doing fine with everything else. Too bad. Too bad. Because this is not a bad ammo. This is a decent quality ammo. Okay. Well.